All right, this video is going to introduce the Altman Z-score model. So in cell A31, I'm going to label this first one here Z-score, and this will be for public companies. And then we'll talk about a Z-score for private companies. So kind of down, let me kind of insert. I'm going to send those notes over so I can have this information. So this particular model, it's a multiple discriminant analysis using regression, and it's going to give us a score. So the public model is going to be as follows. So I'm going to put the numbers in first. So 1.2, 1.4, 3.3, 0.6, and then just 1. And then these are going to be multiplied by observations for the companies that we see as follows. So first one here will be net working capital divided by total assets. Second ratio is retained earnings over total assets. The third one is EBIT over total assets. The 0.61, this is market value of equity divided by book value of liabilities. And then the last one is sales over total assets. So what this model does is it predicts whether or not financial distress is going to occur, but specifically bankruptcy. So when you calculate this, 1.81 and 2.675 are kind of the measures. So if it's less than, then that means bankruptcy. Predicted within the year. If it's between these two, financial distress, possible bankruptcy, and then if it's greater than the 2.675, there's no financial distress predicted. We then have I'll call this, come back over here, this is for a Z prime. So Z prime for the score for the private is essentially the same model with a little bit of different numbers. So in this case, we'll have 0.717 for X1, 0.847 for X2, 3.107 for X3, 0.420 for X4, and 0.998 for X5. And then the numbers here with the same meanings are now instead 1.21 and 2.9. So a little bit further spread out in terms of the meanings there for these numbers. So our final step is we need to calculate each of these ratios and then send them over here for the Z-score, see where Elvis stands. So go ahead and begin that process here. So for net working capital over total assets, that is going to be equal to, so we're going to go to the balance sheet, and the net working capital in our particular case, so let me put a parentheses in front of this. Net working capital is equal to current assets minus current liabilities. So we'll do total current assets minus, whoops, that just messed up completely. So let's try that again. So equal balance sheet total current assets minus total current liabilities, and then this number is divided by total assets. The next number is retained earnings over total assets. So that'll be equal to balance sheet retained earnings divided by, retained earnings divided by total assets. Then we have earnings before interest and taxes divided by total assets. So equal, go into the income statement, EBIT divided by balance sheet, total assets. With respect to market value of all equity and the book value of liabilities. We'll talk about that beginning in the next video.